The first full frost arrived as November slid into December. On a bright, clear morning, warmth and cold collided in a sunny splendor of vapor and crystal. In the garden and meadow near the house, almost every centimeter of every surface had donned a microscopic, delicate, sparkling fur of ice overnight. I was entranced by this tiny, frozen, glittering world. It gave me hope that the winter cold would grow in scale in the weeks to come. Almost exactly 1 month later, my whispered winter wish finally arrived. Snow. Nothing quite compares to the surprised delight of waking early to a landscape that was blanketed in snow while you were fast asleep. I had an entire Sunday to myself, so I decided to bundle up and head outdoors for a winter adventure. At the edge of the village, a soft silver haze shrouded the valley. Along the road, I encountered many birds, all of them alert and active in the snowfall. After passing a pair of vocal ravens in the trees on the ridge overlooking the river, I ascended steadily upwards into the hills and into quiet. The thing I love most about snow is the hushed stillness it brings. Silence and stillness feel increasingly rare in our world, and when I encounter them in the natural world in wintertime, I feel an ecstatic sense of peace and clarity. The riches of the last tree harvest were piled along the side of the trail. I marveled at how decades of growth could fit within the span of my small hand. Perhaps these golden logs will now build someone's home or fuel a fire to keep a family warm. At the top of the hill in the forest, the only sounds were falling snowflakes, the wind, and occasionally a flutter of bird wings. As I sat in the quiet landscape, my mind also grew quiet. Eventually, like a small creature, I nestled my body into the lap of a tree, embracing the cold. I was reminded of a line from one of my favorite books. The trees surround me, asking and giving nothing. After soaking in hours of cold beauty up in the hills, I walked home along the river, which now flowed swollen with snow. Upon arriving home, I was hungry for something to eat. My cold nose warmed up to the aromas of onions, garlic, and butter. My cold fingers grew warm as they made broth and prepared fragrant herbs. Cooking a hearty stew in the kitchen feels extra cozy on a snow day. Coming in from a frozen landscape awakens my gratitude for access to warm shelter, warm clothing, warm food to eat. It's good to feel humble and appreciative for having your basic needs met, for simple things like a home-cooked meal. What is your favorite heartwarming recipe? It's later in winter now. The snow is long since melted away. I often devise some theme for each of my little films, and I suppose the point of this film was simply to share some winter beauty with you. To say that the snow visited me for a couple of days, and I was incredibly happy in it. If I can offer anything with my storytelling, I would like it to be in contrast to the frenzy of New Year's goal setting. Aside from my new snow day memories, I am largely the same person I was last month and last year, and you probably are too, and this needn't be a source of shame. In the rush to make resolutions about the ways in which I want to be different this year, I think it's important to show love also towards the ways in which I remain the same, to respect the value of the person I already am and the person I will continue to be. I'm striving to strike a balance between nostalgia and future-oriented thinking, and I invite you to do the same. Continuity isn't synonymous with stasis. There is dignity in savoring and documenting little details and moments exactly where you are, without comparison to other individuals or to an external timeline. Find things that you care about and things that give you joy, and then share them. Life is too short for anything else. Wrong direction.